Hey guys, I just wanted to come on really quickly and give you guys a little bit of a little bit of a story time and just an example on why it's important to have a good mental health system and support system behind you. I was 2 weeks without my medicine, which anybody that has mental health issues knows that's a very trying situation. And I hadn't been sleeping. I've been up and down and having hallucinations when I try to go to sleep and stuff like that. So I was very sleep deprived. I ended up in a manic episode where I was like had psychosis and I didn't know what was going on. But I have a fear of being admitted to the hospital. Like I don't, by any means necessary, I'm trying to keep myself out of the hospital. Because yes, it does give you a chance to reset and all of that, but it's just a scary place to be, and you're away from your family. Just for so many reasons, I prefer not to go if I can help it. So in this situation, my husband was a couple hours away. When I am in psychosis, I usually tend to automatically reach out to my husband because he is like my safety net. So automatically, I don't even have to think about it. He's just a person that I'm going to find in order to help me. He was a couple hours away and I was in a very, very bad state. I wasn't going to hurt myself or anybody else, but I just couldn't, I was in the point where, my mental health fully took over me. And in that instance, I called my therapist's office and they could clearly hear that I was in need. So I talked to my therapist and, we had a conversation and I just stressed the fact that, I don't have a medication and I could have paid cash for my medication if it wasn't so damn expensive. But one of my medications alone was $1,600 cash price. And I just don't have that kind of money to spend on medication. That's why I pay for insurance. So I explained to her the fact that I couldn't get my medicine until the first of the month. I've been without my medication, blah, 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 all the whole story. And, I don't even know really what I wanted when I called because, I was just in such bad shape. And I hung up on her because I think she said about going to the emergency room. She told me, she said I should go to the emergency room. And I'm like, bump that. I am not, like I said, if I can help not going to the hospital, I'm not going to the hospital. And so I hung up on her. And about 30 minutes later, there's like a bang at my door. I think it's my mother-in-law at the door, so I don't answer because she has a key. So I'm laying down in the bed, and I'm not answering the door since I figure it's her. She's banging on the door. She'll use her key to come in. Well, for about probably 45 minutes, they were banging on the door, and I was ignoring them. And I was like in the back of the house and I was just ignoring them. And so when my husband gets here, he finally gets home. He opens the door to the police officers, but not only the police officers, but they have a mental health specialist with them to see if I'm okay, because my therapist was that worried about me that, she wanted to make sure that I was getting the proper care that I needed, whether I was going to take myself to the hospital or not. And so I talked to the lady. I guess she is like assigned to the police force. I've never experienced this before, but I talked to the police officer. Very nice. I talked to the lady. She spent a long time with me. She probably spent about an hour with me, with us just talking, to what the problem is. And I just kept on telling her that, I haven't had my medication. I haven't been able to sleep. I haven't had my medication. I haven't been able to sleep, all of this. And so she's like, so what's causing this right now? What's standing in the way of you being in a healthy mind is the fact that you need your medication? And I'm like, yes. She said, okay. She called my therapist's office. They talked about it. She came in and she said, I'm going to go pick up your medication for you. And I'm like, I don't have the money for it. And she's like, no, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go pick it up. We got your medication. I'm going to go pick it up for you. Not only the mental health specialist and the police officer helped get my medication, they went and picked it up and brought it back to my house for me. And it was just an amazing experience. And then I was able to sleep that night. I got my sleeping medication. I was able to sleep and then get my mind back on the mend to where I could separate fiction from reality. And it was just it was an amazing, like, even customer service experience. It was just an amazing experience, because in the past I've had where, if I have to come in contact with the police when I'm having a mental health crisis, they automatically throw me in jail or in the mental hospital before they even know what's going on. So for them to actually have that service, and for them to take the time to actually care about me, really went a long way. And it really allows me to, to look back at that situation and know that I'm not alone. And regardless, as long as I stay within my counseling, my therapy system, and I continue to build those relationships, I have a support system, and you never know what that support system is going to look like. So I just urge anybody that's scared to have therapy, or they're not utilizing their therapy the way they should, or they're not even taking their medication, I just urge you to have the courage to step outside of the box, and put your faith in people sometime, and see what can happen and how much that could help you. I don't know, just a quick little story for you guys. Peace and blessings, everybody.